welcome. This is my channel. Glad you've clicked on the thumbnail. So, what have I been up to? Apart from practicing, I also got paid. And like any responsible adult, I went out and bought myself a gadget. I went and bought myself an audio interface. Why? Because I want you to hear how badly I play in crystal clear audio. Which audio interface did I buy? I bought one of these bad boys. The U-Phoria UMC204HD. I was going to get a Focusrite Scarlett or Solo, but I did my research and I think that one is a good all-rounder. I'm going to find out, but I didn't read anything about stability issues with the drivers, and it seemed to have a good features for the price, which I think came to about £85, which for a beginner like me, it doesn't break the bank. So what I'm going to do is open the box, see what's inside, and eventually try it out. So when we first open the box, we've got a sticker, some plastic foam, whatever you call those, and some manuals. As I said before, we've got some manuals, the sticker. We've got 3 types of instruction manuals. One for the European countries, one for the Chinese users out there, and one for the Japanese users out there. Next, we have the USB connector, and now we're onto the main unit itself. As we can see, we've got 2 inputs. They can take a normal guitar type jack, which goes into the middle of those connectors, or they can take the XLR type connector for your condenser type mics. We then have the 2 controls for the input. So we've got the button for your line input, so your microphones, or if you're using guitar, you press the button for the instrument. We then have the pad function, which cuts the gain down just in case your input is too hot. And then we have the gain knob, which you use to, as the name says, affect the gain. This is repeated for input 2. We then have on the far right of the unit, we have phone volume control, the input for your, I want to say 1/4 inch jack. I've never been that great with measurements. We've got the monitor AB button, which means that you can listen back exactly what's being fed through. So if you're using a DAW like Reaper and you put effects on, you should be able to hear the signal with those effects on. So here we're showing the back view. This is the input for the USB lead, which obviously powers the unit. We then have the 2 inputs for the MIDI, one for in and one for out, just in case you've got a keyboard or drums that use MIDI imports. You've got the Kensington lock to avoid thieves, or in my case, kids from knocking the unit over. And then we have the switch for the phantom power, which provides the plus 48 volts. Obviously, you slide it over for on and slide it back over for off. We then have your inputs, so your outputs for your speakers, and the same thing. I've still got to understand what those 2 are for, but I assume they're for your processing if you've got to put more gear into your chain. So as you can see here, I've plugged in the USB cord, which is now powering the unit, and once we flip to the front side of the unit, we can see that the unit has now been powered. So all in all, I think this unit is pretty solid in its construction. It's got a lot of features that I think as a beginner I'm going to find very useful. The fact that I can hear what I'm playing through the unit is going to be valuable. The fact that the preamps is of a good quality, MIDAS, which has got a good reputation of being quite reliable and, how can I say it, valued in the audio interface market, I think is going to be a good thing. So my next video going to be setting up the Behringer audio interface, and I'm going to be using Reaper to basically record and see what I can produce. All in all, if you've got any questions about the unit, feel free to comment, because it'll be good for me to figure out what it means, because I'm very new to this audio interface game. In fact, I'm new to the whole home recording game. So until next time, I bid you farewell.